Hey everybody, my name's George Tift and I'd like to welcome you to the very first episode of BoomerBust. You know, it seems like everybody and their brother today are starting YouTube channels, so I figured I'd just hop right into that fray. You know, I've always been that kind of person. I'll hop into most anything, sometimes twice.
Oh no.
Any case, Boomer Bust is all about living longer, living happier, living healthier. You know, all those things we said we'd do when we were kids and we were growing up, say, oh yeah, when I get older, I'm going to do this. Well, I think it's time to probably start doing that. And with the living healthier part, who am I to even talk about, living healthier? I'm not the epitome of a fine, upstanding, healthy individual. But you know what? I'm not dead yet. And neither are you. Because if you're watching this, you ain't dead, because I don't think there's a whole lot of dead people watching us today. Well, then again, the voices do come back at times. Firstly, I'd like to start with explaining the motto of Boomer Bust. Our motto here is, it's so easy just to be nice. And you know, we've all heard that phrase, just be nice. Okay, Mom, but how easy is it to be nice? Especially in this day and age. I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but everybody's angry. Holy cannoli, let alone the drivers. Don't even think, I live in Sacramento, California, and it's one of the worst. It's rated as one of the worst driver cities in the whole country. I think we're like number 3. But everybody's angry. They're angry about the economy. They're angry about the politics. Well, they probably got a reason to be angry about the politics. But, they're angry with their family. They're angry with their job. They're angry with their neighbors.
Hey,
oh, let's talk about their sports teams. They're angry at the Mets. They're angry at the Yankees. And let's not leave Dallas out of the equation.
Loser.
But it's so much easier to be nice. Think for a moment the last time you were rude to somebody or you got angry about something. Usually it's something foolish, at least in my own instant, boy. I can be foolish in a heartbeat. But it takes so much more energy to be angry than it does to just chill and be nice. Think about the last time that you got angry, okay? How much of a burden did that put on you? How did it make you feel? I know for me, I feel like a turd, especially if I'm rude to somebody who didn't deserve it. And I'm not saying there are people who deserve it, but there are some people that probably deserve it. But for me, being rude or angry is exhausting. Did you ever notice after a bout of anger, it's almost like you've been in a wrestling match and you got your butt whooped, it seems, But think about it. When you're rude to somebody, it creates tension between you and another individual. And is it necessary? Was it necessary? Relationships suffer. I'm all good for makeup sex. Hey, and I'm a happily married man, and even if I wasn't a happily married man, I think makeup sex is definitely better than angry sex. And we can talk about sex here too, but just make sure the kiddies are out of the room, But as I said, relationships suffer. And then you got to take and expend all the energy just trying to repair the relationship, And for me, it makes me feel like a yutz, It's like you're digging a hole.
I get busy.
And then you got to turn around and dig your way back out of the hole. You're expending 3 times the amount of energy, whereas if you were just nice and decent in the beginning, you wouldn't have to deal with that. So, why is it so easy to be nice? Well, first off, it's about quick wins, okay? It's like instant gratification. I like instant gratification. except when it comes to ice cream, because then my instant gratification goes way, way, way too far. But you know, the thing about quick wins and instant gratification is everybody wins. Think about it. If you were polite to somebody instead of letting the door slam on them when they're walking in, you know, they're going to look at you and say, hey, well, thank you very much for that, you know, and everybody wins. And the thing about being nice or being kind, that's another way of looking at it, is kindness draws people to you. Here, picture this, right? It's a Thursday afternoon, ladies' night or something like that, and you're out with your honey, you know, and all of a sudden there's a guy at the bar, and you're gonna buy him a beer. He just looks like a nice guy, or he could use a beer. And then he turns around and he starts acting like a putz. Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy you a beer, Wally. You know, come on now, let's. And the thing about kindness is kindness makes people feel safe. And I think that's part of the problem. We're all running around today and we're not feeling safe. But if I have the ability within me to make the person next to me feel safe just to be around me, that's a beautiful thing, ain't it? And kindness is contagious. It's kind of like Alice's Restaurant, and we as boomers, we should all remember Alice's Restaurant. Remember it said that if you get 3 people doing one thing, it's a movement? Well, picture the line at the Starbucks drive-thru, okay? I don't know if I'd do it at Starbucks. That's kind of expensive coffee to do it with. But if I was at Dunkin' Donuts, right, and I'm sitting there and I tell the lady at the window, I say, hey, do me a favor. Let me pay for the coffee for the guy behind me, you know? And she takes my money. It's all good. I drive away. That guy comes up and all of a sudden he gets the free coffee and he's like, wow, well, hey, I'll buy one for the guy behind me. And the guy behind him does the same thing. Next thing you know, you've changed the lives of 3 or 4 people. That makes a whole lot more sense than, you know, just staying locked in your car. We've become so isolated today. You know, I want to share a story with you. This happened just a couple weeks ago, and as I said, I live in Sacramento, and I got to tell you, compared to Connecticut, Sacramento can get pretty hot. Not like Phoenix hot, because I don't know what those people have done down there, but man, they've done something for it to be that hot this long down there, you know. I got some friends in Phoenix, and I wish you guys nothing but cool weather. So in any case, I was out driving the other day, and I was heading home, and up ahead I saw this homeless man and woman carrying probably 6 or 7 big bags of empty bottles, you know. And it was well over 100 degrees. And as I drove by them, I got this little check inside. It said, hey man, you got room in the car. Why don't you turn around and give them a ride to the Redemption Center? I knew it was about 1.5 miles from where they were, and holy cannoli, man, they already looked like they were on their last leg. So I said, yeah, I got time. So I did a U-E at the next intersection, went back to the other intersection, did another U-E again, and I pulled up in front of them, and you know, I got out the car, and I went walking back to him, and I looked at him and said, oh, it's hot today, isn't it? And he goes, oh, yeah, man, it's hot. I said, well, hey, why don't you throw your bags in the car? I'll give you guys a ride to the Redemption Center. And he didn't know how to act, because somebody went out of their way just to be a little nice. And so, you know, we're driving to the Redemption Center, and we pull in, and I'm helping them unload the bottles. And I had, I don't know, maybe $5 or $6 in my wallet. And I pulled it out and gave it to him, you know. And once again, he was just stunned that somebody could just be nice. You know, there was a season in my life where I had run away from home and I was homeless. And if people hadn't been nice to me, I probably would have died. I swear. Yeah. But I, you know, finished up my interaction with them and got in my car and I was driving away. And in my spirit, I knew I had done the right thing. And that's what BoomerBust is about. It's about doing the right thing for your health, the right thing for your relationships, the right thing for nutrition. It's easy, you know. You can start by doing something really easy, and literally it'll compound over time and change the whole direction of your life. It has for me. So I'd like to do a little call to action. Over the next week, why don't you find some way, somehow, to be nice to a new person or a different person every day of the week. Just one time, just one thing. Whether it's holding a door, buying a coffee, or just saying hello to somebody. And above all, be kind to yourself. Because see, there was a time in my life where I was not very kind to me. In fact, I did rotten things to me, and I kept setting myself up for bad things to happen. And then when I realized that it was me doing it and I was able to change behaviors, my life has completely turned around, and I love my life. I absolutely love my life. So, if you found anything of value in this message today, do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever it is that we're supposed to do. As I said, this is my first time out here, so I ain't got a clue. And if nobody likes, shares, subscribes, or rings the bell, then I know pretty much that my time on YouTube is limited. Hey, and do me a favor. Share below anything you did this week that was nice for somebody, even if it was you, okay? Because it'll encourage somebody else to do the same thing. So until then, Boomer out. Peace to you.